3 years ago, 5 former Manchester United players took over non-league Salford City. Back-to-back promotions and an FA Cup run brought the club national attention. Now the owners face their toughest challenge yet.
I think this club should start full-time.
We want to go full-time. We think that's the next step.
Transforming this non-league part-time club into a full-time outfit with a new stadium and a new youth academy, with the aim of making the city fit for the Football League.
There is going to be turbulence. There is going to be pain.
Learn to adapt.
There is going to be disruption in the changing room.
But as the club go professional, the dressing room becomes divided and results suffer.
If I was a chairman, I would sack us.
I've got major doubts about their ability to operate in a full-time football club.
Cowards!
The players and the managers are unsure as to who will stay and who will go. As the class of '92 takes Salford City full-time. It's February, and while the building work on Moor Lane is progressing well, the ground inspection is looming. The stadium must meet safety standards in less than 4 weeks, or the club faces relegation.
It's looking brilliant, to be fair. I think that, you know, the floodlights are amazing, but it's just gone up so quickly. I think the stand behind the goal now is being used. We are a little bit tight in terms of the schedule. We've got a lot to do. If we don't get that stand seated in the next 4 weeks, then we won't be in this league anymore, let alone the next one. So we've got a big challenge to try and get this completed in time, but they keep telling me it's going to be done. Let's see. Tomorrow is an important day for us because we established we were going to go full-time 3-4 months ago, and we've not sat down with the managers yet because really we needed to work out what the club was going to be. And tomorrow we've got a big meeting with with Bernard and Jono, and hopefully they'll like what we're going to say. There is always that challenge of the fact that, you know, you're asking people to give up what is pretty decent money, say part-time and a full-time job, and merging it together. And, you know, I just hope we can get over the first hurdle with them. They're the most important hurdle, really. That some of the players, I'm sure, will fall at hurdles along the way. But, you know, with regards to the two managers, we do want them to be here. You know, we want to be here for many more years and achieving what they're achieving. It's just hopeful that we can come to some sort of financial arrangement.
I'm full-time ceiling fixer. Anthony's a full-time bin man. And if you'd have said to me 4 or 5 years ago, you know, would you be second in the Conference North? Possibly not. You know, we have a meeting, me and Jono, this week, which will put our future to bed. Hopefully, you know, we get what we agree, what we need, and the club back us in that. If the club can't come to an agreement with me and Anthony, it'd be scary to think what could happen in terms of the rest of the season, because where does it leave us? Do they want us to continue? And, you know, I don't know what they'd want.
The managers aren't the only ones unsure of their futures. The club's players and committee members are waiting to see how they feature in the class of '92's plans for Salford City.
What was an error on that chip?
Oh, take it back.
No, it's one of Deb's to delete it. We don't know what's happening, we don't know. From week to week, we don't know what's happening there now. Might put a computer in instead of us. Clocking in and clocking out, sack all that. For myself too long. Just a different ground now, isn't it? Well, it will be. Memories have gone then.
Through the ball. He's a very advanced centre half, is Jordan. You know, he
defends.
Non-goal scoring centre forward. Puts a shift in though.
I've not scored that many, but if you get promoted twice and you're second in the league now, I must be doing something all right.
Of course you are. Good players round him. Ooh, I love it when I'm better than him at something. This will be the only time I see you then, won't it? When you get a pro deal next year. I'm still making dildos. It's funny, isn't it, really? You're going for the goal and I'm trying to hit it as far as I can.
It's true.
It's just like a Saturday. Apart from I'm not playing. Do you think you'll get a deal?
Long way to go yet, isn't there?
Yeah, but I'm asking you now. Yeah.
I'd like to think so, yeah. I like to think I've done enough in 18 months to get one.
Yeah, that's my predicament. I've done nothing this year and played shit in one.
Not been your fault, has it?
And that's why I hope whoever makes the decision, it makes has a good opinion of us.
Well, you'd hope so. 2 promotions, 2 seasons. I'd want a deal out of it, me.
Nearest I got to go all year. Oh!
While the players wait, the committee members have been called in to find out how they fit into the club's full-time plans.
We made a commitment 3 years ago that that the committee members would continue to do exactly the same roles, that they would come on the journey with us, that they would come wherever we went up the levels or when the stadium changes, that we would continue to be part of the club as it has always been. You know, we want you to continue to do what you're doing now. We want to pay you for the work that you've done, and I know that I think we have started to pay a little bit, but I think we want to professionalise the club and continue to keep people in the same roles. There's no removal of anybody through this whole professionalism in terms of going full-time. Everybody will stay in the same role. We want to make changes to it, but not changes of people. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to change people.
It was very important to keep the people that have worked there for many, many years for free and just out of the goodness of the heart and the love of the club. I think that's the heartbeat of the club, and I think it always will be.
Keeping that committee intact, still at the ground every match day, is without a shadow of a doubt our greatest achievement. That club in the first 3 years, if we'd lost a section or a part of that committee, could have easily fallen apart, the spirit. Definitely.
Any club worth its salt definitely has them people in around, and not only because the fans and they love the club, but because they're very, very good at what they do.
I've met with everybody, and you're the final one. So basically, you're going to get offered the opportunity to change your role. Yeah,
so I'm not sacked then?
You're not sacked, but they're going to become the club's host of very important people, welcoming people to Salford. Who you are, the spirit of the club.
Sounds quite glamorous, doesn't it? You'd meet people and, on your side of it. And
I think you'd be good at it.
On your side of it,
yes.
Where, you...
Posh people stand.
Yeah. I'd be able to take my pinny off a little bit more, wouldn't I? I might have to put some makeup on, have my hair done and everything. I'll have to go a bit posh on.
Yeah.
Can I have some lessons?
Oh, in poshness?
What are they called? Elocution.
I'm trying to think.
What are they called?
Execution lessons.
No. No.
I'm trying to think who I can send you to for elocution lessons. Jamie Carragher?
No.
Having met with all the committee members, attention now turns to the managers.
The big thing is they deserve the chance to go full-time with us. But then, if you're purely looking at it from a calculated business point of view, let's say I refer it to a kitchen, you wouldn't put someone in charge of a restaurant that had never worked in a full-time restaurant before delivering it, would you? You wouldn't ever do it. But with football, we do make those sometimes decisions that are a little bit emotional. We sat down probably, 3-4 weeks ago, where everyone was here, Giggsy was here, Scholes was here, Butty was here, and we said, what's the plan next year? And it was unanimous, and we would offer you a 2-year contract at the club. And I suppose the only issue is the money in terms of what we had in the budget. The reality is it is a high wage for a manager at this level. It is, you know that. Yeah. It just is.
We was a million miles apart at the start. They wanted X and we were here.
The challenge for us is that if we took the approach that every player gets what they earn part-time and what they get full-time, we're in big trouble. Our big challenge is where players basically all gang up together and they all hold the club to ransom. And sometimes if the managers are involved in that as well, we are done.
We set them a challenge in terms of signing players. We told them that if they achieve that in the wage structure that we'd set for this, then we would pay them a bonus on top of the offer that we'd asked. And they had to give in a little bit, and we had to probably go up more than what we should. And I think eventually we got there and they accepted it, because ultimately, when you have two parties that want the same thing, you're going to get to some kind of compromise.
So we want you to sign the players. You know them better than we do. You can probably strong-arm them better than we can. And I think from our point of view, we'd like you to start working on the players in the next couple of weeks. I think you need to hit 5 or 6 and get them signed quickly.
When would we start?
As quickly as possible.
As soon as you can do notices.
I was quite relaxed about it. I always knew it would be done. Because the reality of it is I knew that we were offering a fantastic opportunity.
Brilliant, buzzing, really excited. It blew me away, in all honesty. Loved it.
It's beyond what I expected.
I'm hoping that putting any more fucking bins on.
Yeah, and I say the opportunity to stop doing what I'm doing, and Gary wants to start straight away, which for me and him is great. Goodbye plasterboards and goodbye ceilings, hopefully. So yeah, I'm ready to go. The hard work starts now. Gonna go look for a new car now, aren't you, Jono?
Yeah.
Let's go looking for a new car now.
Gonna get Merc.
Where are you from?
Japan.
Nice.
Thank you.
You on?
Yeah, please.
Turn your camera on, mate. That might be a good idea. There you go. Top man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Obviously, the manager's going full time. It's a risk. You've got to say it is a risk because they're a management duo that have never done it. These players, there's probably 70-80% of these players never been full-time professionals. So these are massive challenges ahead. I think they've answered every question mark that we've had against them. They've answered every question emphatically by getting promotion last year. Could they deal with a better class of players? Well, they've done that. Then they've gone up to obviously this league this year, and we thought this would be their biggest test. And at the moment, they've been absolutely fantastic. And look, it's been difficult season. We've been through sticky patches where they've obviously probably thought to themselves, are we good enough to be at this level themselves? They've probably questioned themselves, and we've questioned them. But they've come back emphatically, run a fantastic run at the moment, and the way that they've maintained at every level, every jump that we've made, they've maintained and managed to keep that spirit that makes these two, I think, special managers. And we want them to be with us for the long haul.
The stadium inspection is now just around the corner. Salford co-owner Phil Neville has gone to check on progress.
Is that Sol Seater, is it? Yeah. And where's my executive box? Where's my executive box? My fan club over there, my fan club. My fan club. There we are, we found them at last. Do you support Salford City? Yeah! See, we're a growing fan base, I'm telling you. Get back to school! And what if it's not ready? Can we not get promoted?
No, we have to be ready, don't we?
Can you imagine if we couldn't go up because we didn't meet the requirements? That would be a disaster. I've got to say, it's breathtaking, really. Keep working, lads. 1 week, we need this done in a week. I think the inspection is a massive worry. Look, we're 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away from the inspection, and you see, there's not a seat in that stand over there. The workmen are still working night and day on it. The stand behind the goal's not even started. That stand has to be finished in 2 weeks. And you think to yourself, never in the memory man can that stand be finished in 2 weeks. Glass, the lounge is built, the seats on the stadium. And it's the little things as well. It's the signs, it's the health and safety regulations that you have to meet. So we've got a lot of work to do.
The reason we set this club up was that we wanted to value, Northwest talent and believe in them. My view would be we've got to create the best academy in the world in Salford. That's our ambition. Now, obviously, it's difficult because you've got 25 professional football clubs all looking for the same kids around the area.
The problem we've got is, because we're starting from scratch, we've not got people coming from the youth team and the reserves.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to get them in originally, like we have done now with the team.
People that leave the big clubs, they've still got a dream, and you've got to sell it to them because it's going to be a big jump down for them. Can you imagine a young kid who's been at City for 6 years, come to Salford Academy and then look at you with a chip on the shoulder? Some of them will.
My view is we bring kids that basically fit our values. That's not to say that arrogance, confidence, a bit of cheekiness, even sometimes people pushing the boundaries of rules isn't going to be accepted. I mean, the idea of kids walking around with headphones on and caps back to front, I can't watch it.
We're the best team in the world.
Barcelona?
No. Best team in the world. Sports. All Blacks. They walk into a dressing room, and when they walk out after the game, it's exactly the same as when they walked in. They clean up, they don't let anyone in. That's the best team in the world.
We're talking about professional standards here, aren't we? That's what we're talking about. The fact that a kid goes out and has a drink, has a night out, no problem with that. Of course they can go and...
did that, though.
Night before a game, you didn't.
Still unsure of his future at the club, defender Steve Howson has gone to see an ex-teammate for some advice.
Pal?
How are you? You're looking well.
Well, I do try. You know me. It's the lighting in here. It's very dark. I've heard they're going full-time, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Even if you can be a full-time footballer for 1 year, just to say you've done it, honestly, you'll never have a better year. It was the best time of my life. Like I say, I was lucky. I think I did 16, 17 years as a full-time footballer. If I could just do one again, I'd do it all over again. Just 1 year, so it's just worth doing.
Fingers crossed they get the chance.
It's just the money thing, innit? You have to, you just have to make sure that they cover your football money and your wage.
Obviously, coming from an amateur point of view, I've never had to initiate a contract or initiate a move. It's always been someone's coming for you.
Well,
so I don't know, you know, it's...
I've got a football agency now. I'll come and do it for you. I'll charge you a fee.
Mates rates.
Yeah. You get free cake here, so you never leave the place. No, but you need to grasp that opportunity. Do you know what I mean? You leave it for another year.
That's it, it's gone.
What are you now, 39, 40?
It's a couple of years younger than you.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean? It is your last chance.
Yeah.
You know that, I know that. So you've got to grasp it. And if it, you know, just have a bit of balls and go in and say, look, this is what I want.
You've not exactly been the happiest coming home every Saturday and whatever when you've not played.
I don't think anyone's happy with not playing. It's been frustrating year this year, but I'd like to be there. I'd like to train. I'd like to see me abs again.
That'll never happen either.
Here's that piece of cake you asked for.
Bastard. You got a spark?
With their own futures now secure, the managers start recruiting the players they want to join them next season.
Looks like I'm a full-time footballer. Buzzing, to be fair. New job, playing football every morning.
On a cold March day at Moor Lane, Salford are at a crucial season, host Stockport in the first of a set of must-win fixtures.
How are you not cold?
Because I'm tough. It's not cold in this bloody kitchen when you get going.
Oh, I know.
Won't be having this pin on much longer. Going high class next season. Really? Yeah. Will you miss me?
You miss me?
Yeah. I can come over. I've been told I can come over.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be the hostess.
You probably won't feel the same over
I'm
there.
going to be the hostess. Look after them all.
Yeah? Corporate boxes.
Yeah.
Buy babs.
Yeah.
That's what it should be, shouldn't it? Corporate
No, not quite
boxes,
buy babs. No, not quite.
Massive changes, isn't it?
Lovely, innit? I think it will be when it's all done.
About 50 cops come down today, and just to keep an eye on Jono and Bernard. But no, they're well behaved now. They've got to be, haven't they? Superstars, full-time football managers. Can't be acting like dickheads now, can they? Just signed another centre half, so there's no chance I'm in the squad. That's me further down the pecking order. Gutted. You've not spoke to me though about it. Not even let me know. I'm not daft. I think I can read between the lines. So it's what it is.
Dressing rooms are very difficult places to keep secrets. Everyone knows if somebody's talking to the club about a new contract. We had to be going to other teams' players and agents and saying, we want your player for next year, knowing full well that our players know that we're talking to them players that are playing for other team in our division or a division above. So it was a disastrous situation.
I've never seen a more lamer bunch of idiots in all my life. They're so fragmented, aren't they? The problem occurs on the pitch and half of them stand there looking, they don't stick together. There's no togetherness for them. Got 2 6-a-side football teams, 5-a-side football teams, whatever you want to call them.
Too much change going on.
What do you
Don't
mean?
like it. Our park's 10 miles away. Someone stole our table where we always sit. Fucking footy's not on the telly. What's going on?
Somebody messing with your thing.
Not happy, it's change. Change don't deal well with change.
Co-owners Gary Neville and Ryan Giggs are joined at the game by ex-Manchester United teammate Dimitar Berbatov.
Wave at Stockport fans, lads. They must know me.
Don't need to stand here, boys, and tell you how important today is. You all know that. I can sense that. Set a statement early doors that we're going to win the game the right fucking way, but hard. We win our fucking individual battles. Michael Nottingham banged on about you all week. You shut the best player up in the league today. You win your individual battles. That's what it comes down to today. I'm telling you now, because that's what they're going to say. We're better than them. What gives them the right to even think they're better than us? What is it? So you go out there and you're throwing wide. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
Boys, it's on you. That's it. Individual fucking battles on you. Massive game. Good luck.
The unrest over players' futures is starting to affect results on the pitch. Salford salvage a draw, but it's more points dropped.
Awful, weren't we? Yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think, for today, yeah?
Cracks are formed in the dressing room.
You're fucking weak as fuck. You fucking real? I'm fucking done with you, mate. You're a fucking prick.
They draw again against playoff rivals Chorley.
Not been good enough. Too poor, isn't it?
Work hard! This shit! It isn't good enough.
And then suffer a humiliating loss away at Boston.
You roll the fuck over! You roll the fuck over!
The managers have now won just 1 game in 5 since being offered full-time contracts.
It's not fucking acceptable.
Just something. Salford City's DNA should be that we fight with each other to the end. That just describes everything. No, we fight with each other to the end.
Gone in aggressive mode.
But, you know, that Salford is that really earthy, spirited, passionate, you know, we fight to the end. Gritty, we fight to the end. Just something, we fight to the end actually could fit our football philosophy as well. We fight to the end. Because it's not swearing, but it's aggressive, it's gritty, it's real.
City sing that every week.
What, we fight to the end?
Fight to the end, yeah.
Is it?
Because it's about the league, when they won the league in that horrible year.
Yeah?
We fight to the end.
We may need to rethink that, but again, we're onto something with the DNA, yeah?
With only 6 games left in the season, Salford are in serious danger of missing out on the playoffs. Next up, bottom of the league, Altrincham.
Big game, boys. Big game for a lot of reasons. A lot of questions need answering today, boys. A lot. Since we've gone full time, we've won 1 game. Questions get fucking asked, boys, and we haven't got the answers at the minute, have we? All of us collectively. So we'll put it right today.
Whose bolts are big enough for this game today? I need to see how bad you want it. That doesn't mean going smashing people, elbowing people, kicking out. It means doing your jobs. It means winning personal battles. How much do you want it? Show us. Good luck.
Despite the light-hearted atmosphere in the stadium, Salford start the game badly. The uncertainty off the pitch
Fucking hell, am I watching here? Relax!
still appears to be affecting performances.
Fuck all the show there. I don't think you can tell me. No, fucking bollocks on. So you're doing it? You're doing it now? I couldn't give a fuck what any... So that's the show. You're doing it now? You're telling me I'm doing it to start there? Yeah. I'm doing it because it's fucking white out. That's fucking white.
There's something not right. We don't turn on each other. If anyone sees any sign of weakness in this dressing room, boys, we're done. We're finished. Get to fucking together and stay together.
You're a set of fucking jokers, shithouse cowards. I've seen enough of that now. I've seen enough. 7-8 games on the bounce for start performances. I've seen enough. So no matter what you do second half, it's there for me. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Despite the dressing room being clearly divided, Salford start the second half well. 5 minutes after the restart, some good work from Michael Nottingham wins a penalty for Salford. Sam Walker, one of the players involved in the half-time scrap, equalises. Then, just 10 minutes later, Salford score again. The goal scorer, Captain Simon Brown, the other man at the heart of the half-time brawl.
Take a fucking seat, might take a while. There's a big problem in here. There's a big problem. So let's fucking go. What's the problems? Go on, let's see how big your bollocks are. Who doesn't want to be here next year? Go, tell me. Anybody not want to be here? Anyone got plans? Little things are creeping in that haven't been here for the last few weeks. The club are going full-time next season. Some might not be able to go full-time. Some might not want to go full-time. There's nothing being hid from anybody. The reason it took so long, even though the rules come out in December, was because they didn't want it to do this. This is why they didn't want to do it. Because it affects things.
Like, if there's a problem, come and speak to us, boys. And stop these little groups that are congregating. If this club wasn't going full-time next season, would we be having this conversation now? No. You play for your deal.
Got 5 games, 8 games together. So you can either toss it off, or you can be part of something.
Let's get it sorted out. If you want to know your future, come and see me. If you want to know your future, come and see me. Today. And let's get rid of this cancer that's spreading.
Having played under the managers for much of his career, Steve Howson takes the opportunity to finally learn his fate.
What have I got to do to get in fucking squad?
Is that your question?
Oh yeah.
Is this a setup? Is that your genuine question?
No, it genuinely is. You know, if I'm not in your plans for the rest of the season, then I obviously need to know.
Do you, on a personal level, think you're good enough to play
this
season? Taking the friendship out of it and obviously the respect that we've got for you as a player over the years, we as managers have decided that we don't think you're good enough to be in a side that's looking at going conference next season. Your answer, mate, going forward, you're not going to be offered a deal next season.
No,
one, because you've not earned one, because you was injured, and two, we've got to be looking at signing the best centre half. And it's again, where sentiment's concerned, it's our hardest decision we will ever have.
This will hit you more than anyone else because we know that's your dream.
I'm too old anyway.
But listen, you're not too old. It's just that, like John said, the club's got massive ambition.
Yeah,
we have to justify a calibre of player, and at the minute you don't meet that category because of reasons you know.
Yeah.
It's the way football goes.
Yeah.
It's the way football works.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was never going to be easy, was it?
No. I knew it anyway, but I've been with you for fucking ages, haven't I? It hurts. Does it? Steve, I said I knew it wasn't going to be a deal for me, but I just wanted to know, you know, fucking, am I going to be part of it?
Just hope you understand.
I do. I understand. Oh, I'm gutted. you know, I'm a realist though. I've been injured all season. You know, I'm kind of known I won't get offered anything. I'm too old. I just thought maybe I've got a lot to offer other than football, but it is what it is. It's upsetting, you know. But I just got to keep doing what I've been doing the rest of my life, playing football, working, and you know, I've got a yeah, you too, mate. And it's they've got a hard decision to make. Obviously, growing up with them, I've known them a long time, and I want them to progress. You know, and cutting me loose, you know, he's better for them. Then it is what it is.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good. Just you know, biding my time, trying to get a game.
It'll come.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
You're too good to be left out.
I appreciate it. Top man. Cheers. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah.
He probably would be the one that I would feel most sad about Howson, in the sense that obviously what he's done for the club, you know, he's been here a long time.
It's difficult, that probably the most difficult part of it, I suppose. But it's the nature of the leagues. You know, once you go to that higher level, you need to have better players if you want to go further. And
we know along the way that where we're progressing, we're going to sort of have people who, you know, don't come with us all on the journey, but they'll have contributed a lot, and you know, we'll always be grateful for that. And I think it's part of football.
Yes, Vino.
After 2 successful seasons and back-to-back promotions at the club,
Steve, how you doing?
Steve Howson's dream of becoming a full-time footballer at Salford is over.
Obviously, you've had the dreaded chat about next season. When the manager said that it's going to be difficult to offer you a full-time contract, we were gutted.
Yeah.
You know, because we see you as one of us. How did that make you feel?
I was gutted. I've not played, but I just thought as long as you're there, there's a chance.
When I left United, I went round to Sir Alex's house. I was in his front room like this, and he said, look, he said, I think it's best for you to play football elsewhere. The last thing he ever said to me was, he said, look, he said, make sure you prove that I was wrong. Maybe for you, that's the way to look at it.
I said, I agree with your decision, you know, that's what it is, I can't change it. I said, but I think you're making a mistake. I said, and I'll prove to you, so.
Good. All I can say is, thanks for everything you've done for us.
See you later, Victoria.
I'm gutted beyond belief. A frigging injury, the last 10 minutes of a friendly does that to you. That kills your season, or the next few seasons. Yeah, it's just devastating, because I wanted to be part of something that goes, even if it was coaching, helping coaching, or being around the kids and helping with youth teams, anything just to be involved in a professional sports club. You know, it's obviously that's the route I'm going to go down now. I'm going to keep playing my football and do my badges, get some scouting done, and see if I can get into the professional game that way.
Unlike his close friend Steve Howson, Jordan Hume has been offered a full-time contract, but admits he has a lot to learn about what it takes to be a professional.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah.
Good. So, professional contract.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I've wanted it for a while, never thought it was coming.
I mean, obviously you've got to change a little bit in regards to this is now full-time, and obviously I'm used to that. That's why I did it straight from school.
Yeah, I won't mind a bit of advice off you, to be fair, because I do like a beer.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. You can't live like a monk all the time. You know, you need to relax. Of course, you can go out with your mates and enjoy yourself, but it's just when and where. You know, don't be going out 2 or 3 days before a game. But if you're training every day and you're going out on the booze, or you're resting, or you're going out with your mates, that ain't going to work. Something that will have to change is from training every day is perhaps your diet. What's your diet like at the moment?
Not the best, to be honest. I have been going to the gym myself and trying to change, but it's just like, I can't stop eating Chinese. I can't.
After a bad run of results since the managers went full-time,
Let's go, gents.
Salford travelled to Harrogate, with their place in the playoffs still under threat. Despite a divided dressing room of players with and without full-time deals, they get off to a flying start. In the 20th minute, Mike Phoenix wins a penalty. Sam Walker makes it 1-0. A stunning goal from John Johnston. Then, a touch of class from substitute Nick Horton puts Salford 3-1 up with 6 minutes left to play.
And when things like that happen, I just despair. They're ones that hurt.
Fucking stand up! Hit the ball in the pocket. Piece of fucking shit. Fucking wank that! What the fuck are we doing? 3-1 up with fucking 6 minutes to go. Erratic as fuck! I'm telling you now, in 8 years of managing, that is my biggest embarrassment. Set of chokers. Start with you, the captain. You're the top of them all, mate. You start with you, pal.
I ain't no choker.
Yeah, you are. You're all chokers.
Fucking not a
The
choker.
fucking
Never
lot
been
of
a
you.
choker and I never fucking
Why
will
the
be.
fuck are you going to ground on that third penalty?
I'm trying to block the cross.
Why has he smashed it across?
I was trying to slid it across and I've gone.
So stand on your fucking feet like he should have done. Going to ground on a pea-rolling ball. Cowards. It's embarrassing. So if your balls are going, you better put them back. Because that's a fucking joke of a response. As a group, you just fucked it up.
It was a killer for us, really. You know, you're looking at it coming in and you think that's over, turn it off, and then you get the notification 3-2 and 3-3, and you're thinking, well, I don't know where that's come from.
Well, when you have a lead, a team comes back and scores 2 late goals against you, you know you're going to probably get battered by the manager.
We were poor, very poor, to be honest with you, on Saturday, so we're going to beast them. We're going to fucking beast them.
Past us, right past us, right past us, don't slow down. All the way through. Nick, get past me, George, come on. Walk down. Love it, boys.
I wasn't aware that they'd gone on a late night running session around the stadium.
All the way through, go. Come on, boys. Go on, then have a race. Come on, finish here. Love that. Yes, Josh. Fucking Norris, you old twat, got finished last.
It's an old school approach, but does not say it's not successful.
That was horrific.
How are you doing?
I'm going to be sick. Horrendous.
At Moor Lane, Gary Neville, Phil Neville and Paul Scholes are at a trial day to find young talent for the club's new academy.
The youth team is paramount because we want to produce our own. We want players who have got Salford City in their hearts.
The number 8, if the Reds and Blacks can play, by the way. You can play the 7.
7's got skill.
Yeah, you can.
This number 5, listen to him talk. Like him. Like him.
He's got a bit of tenacity, the 4. See him? He's got a bit of something about him. We've got 4 scouts here today.
You're just looking for little bits. We're looking for little bits. We're not looking for 60 minutes of unbelievable performance. We're looking for positions they take up. Have they got a little bit of skill that you think you can develop and work with them?
Inevitably, conversation soon returns to first-team affairs.
At the moment, we need about 12 players to go for next season. The dip's been big, and I think it's down to distraction. It's getting a bit muddy. I think the issues that we felt we might have with going full-time, I think we're probably starting to develop. You've basically got some players who've signed, you've got a mixture of players who want to be signed but aren't because they want more money, and then you've got players who basically have been let go and know they're not going to be signed and they're probably thinking about other clubs. So you've got 3 groups in the changing rooms, and you need a changing room all to be facing in the right direction, and at the moment it's killing us a little bit. We thought about this over 6 months, we discussed it long and hard every single day. When was the point to tell them, when was the right timing? So we thought about it, we knew it was going to be tough. We could have waited. I mean, Scholesy, come here 1 second. You thought we should tell the players at the end of the season, didn't you, right after the last game, about the contracts for next year?
Yeah, probably. didn't you?
Well, the problem was that lads who had full-time jobs.
I think that's affected Melo, don't you?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Because some players are signed for next year, 2-year contracts, and other players are, am I staying, am I going, what's happening? I think that's having an effect on it, yeah.
After the capitulation against Harrogate, Salford, playing in white, need a response away at struggling Gainsborough.
Massive game. It's a huge game, isn't it? At the end of the day, we've got 4 games to go, 2 away games, 2 against the bottom 4 in the league. When the pressure's on like this, if you don't win them games, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. 60 minutes, we're out there, the whistle goes, it's on you boys. All right? Everyone happy, yeah? Yes. Come on, boys, eh?
Do we warrant a playoff place? No. 3.5 games to go. Good. Show some desire. Yeah, we've played all right, but we're playing against the bottom of the league. Not going to pat you on the back for that.
And you haven't got it. It's fucking desire. How close, JJ, did you get to that one where you slid in? Who crossed the ball? So where the fuck are you and where the fuck are you? Where the fuck was you? Do you not know? He's whipping balls in, and nobody wants to fucking run across the line of the ball going into the keeper, hit the keeper's hands there. All you have to do is glance it, and it goes in. And all of you are waiting to hang on the back of somebody. It's desire. This is Conference North football. You're going to be professional footballers next year. I'm in a bad place. Don't fill me full of shit, right? Do you think you can win that game? Yeah. How? How do you think you can win the game? Be ruthless, be cool about things when you get a chance. Here it is, I've fucking waited, bang! Run in, get the fucking ball, put it on the circle, and do it again.
Reality is we're not good enough to go. Nowhere near. No, not even at the minute. Not good enough.
Shows how bad they are when they're kicking off and none of them stick together.
More embarrassing when we do have a scuffle and no fuckers round our own teammates. That looks more embarrassing when there's about 7 years.
That's why he's been sent off, Reece, because he's bounced in and fucking tried launching someone when he's on a booking.
Do you know what? I'm sick of people chirping up. Show your desire in front of goal. But what's the point in falling out? We've got 3 games to go. We've had arguments, we've had fights this season. Has it made us any better? No. We've tried everything. Everything. And we find ourselves outside the playoffs now with 3 games to go. So for the first time this season, it's now out of our hands.
We're on fancy dress day.
When do we need to start being ruthless?
Arses touching, butterflies, squeaky bum time.
It's the biggest game of our careers.
Massive game. Biggest game we've ever had here.
I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dream the dream by the old canal, where the old town